I'm gonna be recording December movies, but I'm gonna record them after every time I watch a movie. So it's not gonna be one huge jumbo recording. It's just gonna be every time I watch a movie, record. Another movie, record. I'm just gonna do that. That way it's more organized. Alright, short film, Winter's Tale. I don't know what I just watched. I really can't tell you what I watched. Because there's definitely some symmetry going on here and metaphors and all that, but and it does have to do with the Shakespeare's. I think I really can't tell you, to be honest, because I don't know what I watched. It was nice. Don't get me wrong. The production looked great, but that's all I can say. I can't really tell you. The next couple of films are going to be queer cinema based because I had to grind all of these movies to get my assignments in. All right, so we're just gonna go straight through them all. Milk is a biopic of Harvey Milk, who was the mayor in California. I don't know which town. I forgot which town, but I'd say the acting was really great, and they definitely captured what Harvey Milk was trying to campaign for. Rafiki, this is just like a classic, like, hey, like, I like you, lesbian story. And then like, oh, like our town or our parents don't agree and all that, but this is more inspirational because this took place in Egypt, I think. I'm gonna look it up right now. Hold on. Fuck, I don't have any Wi-Fi. Yeah, no, I gotta look it up on my phone. I can't. I can't. I gotta look it up on my phone. Hold on. Kenya. Oh my god. I don't know why I said Egypt. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, this movie takes place in Kenya, and they definitely have strict rules with the LGBTQ and all that. But what Kenya did was that they allowed the film to be screened. That way, it could be nominated in the Oscars, and then they banned it again, of course. But it showed a little bit of leeway. They were willing to let him slide, the director slide for it a little bit. So that's something. But honestly, this movie was good. Moonlight. I don't see how this is an LGBTQ movie. They had one intimacy scene with two guys, but and one of them being Chiron, obviously. But this movie is not about LGBTQ at all. This is about Chiron's life and growing up and how he tried to cope with the real world and all that. I love this movie because one, it's by A24. Obviously, they're gonna put out something good, but otherwise, they also had like some neat aspects, like the cinematography and the acting. Really felt like the three separate actors felt like Chiron grown up from a kid to a teen to an adult. It really felt like one character. Carol. This, I would put a LGBTQ label on it. I wouldn't necessarily call it an LGBTQ film, but I liked the growth of both characters in my opinion because um the the wife, the ex-wife. How am I just gonna pull up the fucking characters because I can't be fucking asked to remember names. What? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Carol was one of the names. Carol finds her discovery of she could be whoever she wants to be. And Teresa finally had the willingness to say no to a couple of certain people. She was able to stand up for herself, and that, I think, in my opinion, was one of the better aspects of this movie. Call Me By Your Name. It's overrated. I'm sorry. I do not like this movie. I really didn't like this movie. A lot of people say that this was Timothy's gateway to the Oscars. Agreeable. It's an Oscar worthy performance. I do not agree with that, to be honest. All he did was cry and moan. Like, the crying was fine. Like, I didn't have a problem with the crying, but the way he moaned in certain scenes, it was just really off-putting in my opinion. I know the age isn't a problem since this takes place in France and is really they're more lenient, I guess, but it just felt off. I can't put my finger on it, but it's like Timothy's character, Elio, he just turned 18. And then a 24-year-old just. It's not that he takes advantage of it, but it just feels like it in a way. Plus, like, this was just a basic coming out story. Or not coming out, discovery story. He finds out he's bisexual. Okay, what else? There's no real character growth or character discovery. He just finds out he's bi. They fuck a lot. He winds up breaking up with his girlfriend, even though he fucking like cheated on her or something like that. And that was it. I don't understand. There was no real arc. There was no real moment that made me go, "Aw." Like, there was really nothing to this movie that I could say was special. I don't think this movie is good, to be honest. A movie that I do think is good, though, is Brokeback Mountain, because Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger, alright? Though, this movie was great, because both of the cowboys are married, or going to be married, while they're doing stuff behind the scene, and they want to be together, but they can't, and they realize it, and that's what I like. They don't find out that they're gay. They find out that they love each other. That, in my opinion, is a better love story than Call Me by Your Name, because I was more invested in the story. I was more tense when Heath and Jake's character get caught by Heath's wife, and I felt more empathy for some of the characters. That's, I think, a great thing that the movie did. The Miseducation of Cameron Post. This movie was sexy at times, man. I can't lie. Alright? I'm sorry. I can't help it. I was invested in this movie because they didn't give zero shits. They just went straight balls to the wall and said, yeah, they're gay, alright? Look at this sex scene right here. I'm like, wow, okay. Damn, we're just getting straight into it. And then obviously like the conversion camp and all that, which I entirely do not agree with, even though I am a Catholic. I do not entirely agree in conversion therapy at all. I think it's wrong. It is definitely challenged, I'd say. And that I do like about the movie. They're not afraid to challenge it. And the final LGBTQ movie is We the Animals. I didn't understand why it was an LGBTQ movie until the very end, where it turns out all those drawings that he was creating, the little boy, the protagonist, wind up being really disturbing. Yeah. Like, the drawings told the story. He was telling the story of his life and how it was going via drawings, and they were beautiful drawings, don't get me wrong, amateur but beautiful. But once they were revealed at the end, the parents found out and the children found out. Once they found out and we saw them, we went, oh shit, that don't seem right at all. But I love the family chemistry that everyone had in this movie. It all felt natural, in my opinion. Like, there's arguments and there's love. I feel like that's a natural couple. Alright, now we get some. Okay. Bhavesh Joshi. This movie rocked, okay? It sucks too that this movie doesn't get enough recognition. I think I'm one of the like first American reviewers to actually like go into this movie. Like, this movie rocks. These Indian kids start this whole superhero persona thing as a joke, they just go do little things to try to make it better for the public and all that. But then they get deep with the water supply and all that. And then there's like some deep character arcs in this. Like, bro, why is this movie not talked about enough? And plus, the costume design is fucking like, oh, it's so simple yet so badass at the same time. Why can't we get more movies like this? And I've seen a couple people say, why not we get a Hindi multiverse movie? Not a multiverse, but a Hindi superhero team up movie with Bhavish Joshi and a couple other Hindi superheroes all in one movie. I would fucking pay every penny for that. Cause I need to watch more movies like this. Cause, okay, this movie, I can see it being the inspiration for the Batman, all right? And that says something. You could see a lot of the parallels, a lot of the cinematography aspects that are definitely the inspiration for it, like with the redness and the different camera shots and the plot points, the exposure of people and government officials. You could see how much this movie inspires the Batman. It may not be fully the inspiration, but you could there's definitely some stuff there that is also in the Batman and nobody's talking about it. I fucking loved this movie. The boy and the Aaron. I don't know how to say it. This movie is so beautiful. Studio Ghibli, bro. What are you doing? Hold on. What's his name? Hayao. Hayao Miyazaki, bro. Stop going into retirement, all right? Just keep on making movies. Cause this was beautiful. It told a neat little message, like every Studio Ghibli movie does. Like this was beautiful to look at, and you could definitely see the little upgrades that it had, like from its animation. You could look at 1980, a 1980 Studio Ghibli movie, and you could look at this one. You could find little things, but you could tell how much the animators care about this art style that they have. They're simplistic yet complicated at the same time. And they're not afraid. I fucking love it when studios are not afraid to do something that they love. The Polar Express. I've never fully seen the movie until recently. The animation is wonky, but I did look it up and it was actually the first movie to do CGI animation. So, yeah, it gets a pass. It gets a pass for being the first one, but honestly, the thing I liked about this movie the most was Tom Hanks' dedication to the movie. Because not only did he voice three different characters, but he did the the body acting for other characters as well. The undead. So here's the concept of the movie, right? This woman gets stuck in a dream sequence with a bunch of fairy tale creatures, and is in a semi Shakespearean world. That's a cool concept. And one of the doctors who tries to help her, goes in that dream himself and tries to help her. That's really cool. This was just a goofy movie overall, though. I watched it for Svengoolie. I saw all the neat little facts, and it was a neat little movie. But the more I looked at it, the more I just went, why? This was just a weird movie overall. It, I don't know. I guess if it was made now, it would have been better, or probably just 10 years ago, it would have been better. But I don't know. This is an older movie, so I can't really say much. And the final movie of 2023, Merry Little Batman. Okay, I like this movie especially because of Damian Wayne. Now here's why. Damian Wayne is known to be a little bitch. All right, he's a snobby, stubborn, cold-hearted son of a bitch who always thinks he knows better. All right, that's what the DC animated movie universe did. I mean, they portrayed that excellency. It made me hate him. But this movie, obviously, it was a kids' movie, so they had to go a different route. They just had to have him be not stubborn, but blind. Just he he is dedicated, but he doesn't realize the damage that he's causing. I like that Damien a lot more because it shows that he wants to do good, but he doesn't know how to, and Batman's there to help him. But okay, that's what I loved especially. Plus, the animation really felt like I was watching a cartoon movie, and I like that. You see, most of the character designs were questionable, to say the least, but and the plot. I mean, it's a basic kids movie. You can't really critique it that much, but I had fun watching this movie, and I got the message out of it. So I think that's important in my opinion. And that's the end of 2023 movies. Um, yeah, that's all I can say. What? It's already 2024, so I can't really say see you next year. So that failed. Um, yeah, I'll see you next month.